Hi, I'm SeanO, the Rest Equip Pro. Today, we're going to take you through the Robot Coupe CL52 shredding cheese for pizza. So we're here with the Robot Coupe CL52 today, and we're going to talk about the differences between it and the standard CL50. The CL52 is actually twice the machine. It's got twice as large of a hopper and an opening. It's got almost twice the power in the motor, and it can do twice the volume with each pass of the machine. So we're going to get into that and show you how it works by taking a look at the top. Now, the top of a CL52 is a little different than a CL50, as we mentioned, because it's a whole head hopper. It is a complete circle. You can fit a whole head of cabbage or twice the amount of material in one pass as a CL50. So take a look. Within the whole head is the cylindrical pusher that you see in a CL50, but it's inside the head hopper and comes out and moves out of the way with the handle. So if you were just using the cylinder, use the cylinder, leave the handle down, and just push it through the cylinder. Or, to use the whole head hopper, we open it, we pull it to the left, and take a look down in there. So it's a whole head, but you notice there's a divider in the center right here. That divider is removable. What that divider is for is to create two halves, if you will, but also to have a wall against which things cut. You need something to stop it, just like the cutting board and the knife. You need something against which to cut. That's what the divider is for. Or you remove the divider when you go to using whole heads, and we're going to show you that. So the divider would be in. You'd open the machine, discharge plate, and a shredder plate. This is what we're doing today. We are going to shred pizza cheese. And I'm using a 5mm shredder because pizza operators use a medium shred like this. We've got discharge plate, you've got a shredder plate in there, and we are ready to roll. So we know what the machine looks like, we know how it's set up, it's ready to go. We're going to shred some cheese for pizza. Now, in a pizza restaurant, shredding cheese is probably the #2 task behind making dough every day. Now, we already made dough in the Robot Coupe R30 VCM. We've got another video on that. But we're showing you how to do the rest of the prep for a pizza store. Now, shredding cheese in a pizza shop normally takes a lot of time all day because a lot of the times they'll shred this cheese on the front of the dough mixer that they're using to do the dough. It's a mixer usually has a power takeoff on the head. You've got an attachment. You put in a grater plate, very similar to this, except that those machines run incredibly slowly, very, very slow. About 10%, 20% of the speed of this, and the volume is such that it is just so much more but you're using in this machine. In any event, we're going to show you how this machine can do twice as much in every pass, but also the speed of it is really incredible. So when I say that cheese shredding takes some time, pizza stores normally work with either 5-pound blocks, 10-pound blocks, or more commonly, the 40-pound block of mozzarella and/or other cheese. So you've got to start by cutting the block. I'm using today what started off as a 6-pound loaf of mozzarella, one piece. I've cut it in half. For our purposes, how we do this, we need to cut them into chunks that are small enough to fit into either side of the hopper, as we talked about earlier, and it has to be within this length, and the lid needs to close. That's the only parameters. So when you start doing this and you've done it a little bit, you do a few tries, you'll know right away how easy it is and what size to make it. So for instance, I know that this size probably wouldn't fit in 1/2 very well. So I'm going to cut these pieces in half again. So it's a 6-pound loaf. I'm cutting them into 4 pieces. That means they're about 1.5 pounds per piece, which is about the same size I would recommend for cutting to use in a CL50 or any of the other machines. It's just that this can do twice as much. So we're going to open the machine and open it. We have the 2 halves we talked about, and we very simply are just going to place 1/2 of each of these in either side of the machine. You load it like that. So there's 3 pounds of cheese in one pass. There you are, one shot, continuous, we didn't cut away. That was 3 pounds in one pass right there. Take a look at that. Perfect shred, this is 5mm. 5mm is a really good shred size for melting. When you're in a pizza operation, one of the #1 things in food cost to consider is the cheese. It's one of the most important ingredients, if not the most expensive ingredient. So using it correctly and having it operate and perform on your product correctly is important. So 5mm shred, we really love that. It makes a great melt. You can use less, and the strings are nice. They're quick melting too, so they have a quick melt, which means that it'll be a more complete melt in the bake. So that's cheese shredding, 5mm in the CL52 Robot Coupe. Now, you saw the runtime on this 3 pounds. Can you imagine if you have to do maybe 6 or 8 of those 40-pound blocks every day? You need a machine that can handle it. And that's what the Robot Coupe CL52 can do for you. If you like this, remember to like and subscribe to the Rest Equip Pro channel, because we're always trying to bring you the very best. Because I'm SeanO, the Rest Equip Pro.